Hi, my name is Sidney Andino, and I currently own an online business. I currently started vlogging about fitness, and I also have a podcast called Let's Grow with Sidney, and it mostly focuses on personal growth.
How did you get into fitness?
So fitness has kind of been a part of my life since I was in high school. When I was peer pressured into sports, but when it came to fitness, I didn't know how to actually work out on my own. So fitness became a big part of my life whenever I got hired onto the gym. And the gym, I only knew how to do leg workouts because all I was doing was sport-oriented fitness. So like track and soccer and a little bit of softball. So it was just mostly leg oriented. And then it wasn't until I started working at the gym that I kind of felt like I'd gotten to a point where I was in denial of what I looked like. It was almost like I saw it every day, but I was like, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as my mom says, it's not as bad as, like the really obese people, but I was overweight. And working at the gym, I did get a few times where there was comments and people said or my boss at the time mentioned briefly oh, you're a little thick. And so that comment alone kind of went far for me, to the point where I was working out 3 times a day. But like I said, all I knew was leg workouts. And so I actually reached out to Michael whenever we met there, and he actually guided me a little bit about upper body. He introduced some workouts that I had never tried out before, including legs. So that's kind of how fitness has been more a part of my life now.
How has fitness impacted your life?
It's impacted my life in so many ways. I feel like one of the ways that it's impacted my life is by teaching me discipline. I guess whenever I was in sports, it's a whole different thing. You have someone constantly telling you that you're gonna let someone else down, but it's taught me how to become more confident, how to trust myself, how to push myself to my limits and challenge myself to, do a bigger weight or a heavier weight. And, without the help of Michael, I don't know if I would have been able to trust myself and believe that I could do half the things that I can at the gym.
So how long have you been working with Michael?
I've been working with him for about 2 or 3 years now. First it was just a few workouts here and there, and now it's an everyday thing. He's recently introduced me to the whole prep lifestyle, so being able to track my macros and being more aware of what I eat on my day-to-day basis, and it's more goal oriented now.
So what's your experience like working with Michael?
It's been really great, and it's not, how to explain it, he reassures me, he challenges me for sure. And there are times where I do get a little bit doubtful about how strong I am, and then he encourages me to push myself, not to doubt myself. There are times where I feel subconscious about the way that I look, and then he will record me, and then I can see myself in a different light, and then it kind of shows myself in a whole different perspective. So I've been able to learn how to appreciate myself because of his reassurance, because of his guidance, and because he challenges me.
How has Michael helped you?
I think he's helped introduce, he's helped guide me through a lot of fitness. I think that the common thing for a lot of people is that they don't know what to do at the gym, and I feel like that's kind of where I was at. And with his guidance, I've learned a little bit more about fitness, what I can do, the mentality of it all. I feel like I've learned a lot of mental growth and physical growth throughout this process, because I've learned that fitness, a fitness journey, isn't just physical, it's also a mental journey. And you have to be mentally prepared every time you go to the gym to just do whatever it takes to get to your goal. And I don't think I would have had that perspective or that mindset now if he hadn't been there to kind of teach me that. I know that there have been times where I've tried to pursue fitness and a fitness journey on my own, and I've always failed. And so I feel like when I met him, I started getting back into wanting to pursue a fitness journey, but I had actually given up on myself prior to that because I had no guidance, because I had no one to actually help me through a fitness journey. Like, I just didn't know what I was doing.
Would you recommend coaching to a family, a friend, or just anyone in general?
Of course, especially if, for example, if you have a very specific goal and you feel like you don't have a lot of knowledge on fitness, you feel like you need that encouragement. It's almost like working out with a friend. And I know it's a little bit different just because, he's your coach, but it's almost like he has your best interest. Whenever he's pursuing a new exercise, it's to either target a muscle. He explains the exercise. He'll show you how to do it before he makes you do anything. And he'll ask you how you feel doing it. So that way, if he has to modify the exercise for you, he will. He'll always modify the exercise towards what you need. And that's basically what a trainer does, right? They'll listen to what you're looking for, and they'll plan a way to kind of get you there, to motivate you to get there, and to not lose hope on yourself. And once you start seeing the progress, it's just so beneficial. Like, for myself, I've lost so much weight, but I've also gained a lot of muscle that I feel like maybe on my own, maybe 5 years, 6 years from now, I probably would have gone there. But like, I've been able to get there quicker because I've had someone continuously, reach out to me and push me towards my limits. And yeah, I've become a stronger person because of it. I feel like sometimes it's easier and more productive for you to have someone guide you through it than to try to figure it out on your own, because that way, like, you're getting help.
And then lastly, would you recommend Michael? If so, why?
Yeah, of course. I would recommend him just because he's very passionate about what he does. Sometimes he'll do it even if he's not on the clock, just because that's just the type of person that he is. He wants to help people. He wants people to feel good about themselves. He wants people to challenge themselves. He wants them to grow. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of my growth is really like, yeah, I've done it. I've done the work, but at the same time, I wouldn't have gotten there without him. And it's been a very good asset to my life. I feel like my life has become healthier. I feel more energized. I feel a lot more confident. I'm wearing things that I wouldn't wear before. I'm seeing myself in a whole different light. And it's weird because, like, I used to focus so much on the numerical weight, but now I'm just appreciative of how much I can do at the gym. I've pushed myself past my limits that I set myself. So, like, I set these limitations on myself, and he's helped me break those barriers, break those walls that I've had. And so I feel like he would be a great asset to anyone who's trying to pursue a fitness journey and doesn't really know much about lifting, about weightlifting, about fitness in general, about nutrition. Like, to some degree, like, he'll explain things in a way that don't make you feel incompetent. If anything, he makes you feel like you can ask him anything and you'll get the answer you want without feeling bad or stupid for asking a question. There's like no stupid question whenever you ask him, because it's always genuine when he answers a question for you. He's always passionate about what he does, and he's never going to let you down. He's always going to look out for your best interest.